Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, a loser of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Big chance, corner. And we have our very first corner. Mohamed Salah plays it short. Crosses it in. Nicely aimed pass. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti cuts it out. Grealish. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Turns back here, probably the best option. Ibrahimovic might just make this. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Rodri. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Quarter of an hour played. Quality ball. And here's Doué. And he's gone direct here. Pull it. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pirlo simply refused to be outdone there.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Serginho.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
He's gone for goal! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Messi, very much a man of this moment. He's felt that, hasn't he? Pirlo. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pirlo goes short. Pirlo. Cross to the back post. It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers. Mohamed Salah, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
That's good play from him.
Pull it. Now he's off and running. And it's Serginho. And it's Hullet. Passes short and sharp. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Batistuta. Ruben Diaz wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. Played back in. And he's chosen to go back. And it's Messi. Zanetti. Deep cross. He rises! They've scored!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Certain, searing and imperious.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered.
And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
That has ended up in no man's land. Park Ji-sung. Great vision. Look at the space and the shots! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are back in business. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's had it taken off him. Grealish. Searching pass he's played there. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
And here's Batistuta. Messi is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Serginho. Zanetti cuts out the pass. Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Messi. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Terrific header! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Now, can they get him away? Grealish showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Zanetti. Park Ji-sung producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's Roberto Carlos. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Messi plays a sharp little ball here. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Aimed beyond the defence.
Park Ji-sung.
That is Stuta! A truly spectacular effort. Speculative, yes, but he's entitled.
Well, you wouldn't expect any less from him. Always willing to give the extraordinary a try.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Knocks it out wide. Serginho. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's done very well to take that back. Barcelona really will have to throw everything at this now. And here's Rashford. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Zanetti. And here's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's intervened well there. And he cuts out the supply. Pass somewhat off target. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Zanetti. Tar. Ibrahimovic. Zanetti. Oh, what a climb! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan pulled through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Cristiano Ronaldo taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Ruben Dias did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's and the shot! He scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Villa really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So, a breakthrough already. Out to the left it goes. Villa, header! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bullet. Messi. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, it's come loose. Ibrahimovic. And Zanetti. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Quarter of an hour played. Milan finding their passes. Stood up well to him there. Tries to play it through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ruben Dias is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And he's there to get it away. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he was quick to react. Bullet. Messi. Zanetti. Nice physical challenge. David Villa, who's on a run down the left wing.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Ibrahimovic. Adams. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. David Villa. Well read, and the danger is averted. Pirlo. And it's Zanetti. And Serginho. Xavi Alonso. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pirlo. And it's Gullit. Ibrahimovic! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso is always... And he's let fly! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Zanetti. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, it's a great ball here. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Ibrahimovic, looking for options for movement. Gets a good foot in there. Platini plays it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Xabi Alonso really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Zanetti. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pull it. Out towards the flank. Ambitious ball here. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break, all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And it's Hullet. Nice interception, well timed. Rijkaard. Xabi Alonso. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Zanetti. Played towards the other side. Van Nistelrooy. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Michel Platini. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. Serginho. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Serginho. Messi. Pirlo. Serginho charging forward down. Goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's following up! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
Milan take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear inkling.
And he's had a hit! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That has not gone well. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Platini. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Cross goes in there. Aviati claims it. Safe hands. Serginho. Now Pirlo. And this is Ronaldo. Has a shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Numero 4, Xabi Alonso. Numero 15, numero 9, Van Nistelrooy. Numero 22, Villa.
Tonali.
Lasciano il campo per il numero
Platini.
19, il numero 11.
Nice bit of skill, and he's gone for
Il numero
goal!
17, il
Keep
numero
calm
8.
and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a throw. Now it's Platini. Spread out to the left. He's in plenty of space here. And that should get the job done. Zanetti. Always onto this. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very...
He's had a shot! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is quite a battle.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Now it's Platini, and it's Tonali. This looks promising.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Not the most accurate pass. Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch on to this?
Ci saranno 3 minuti
Not
di
pretty, but it
recupero.
gets the job done. Guardiola. Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. We are into stoppage time. Guardiola. Tonali. That's a nicely weighted pass. Pull it. And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but
He's going for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi has it out wide and in space. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a sharp pass.
You know, Peter, I'm relishing the chance to see the cool and classy Rafa Marquez. He has a composure about his game that most defenders envy, and that enables him to be used as a deep-line midfielder too.
Yeah, the defender's defender.
A great reader of the game.
Serginho. Serginho. He's making a real surge on the left. Oh, no joy this time. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Terrific header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
And it's Messi.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Played back in. Played into space out wide. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Now, what about a counter-attack? Threads one in. And this is Pele. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Milan have the chance to go the other way. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that's nice. That is a brilliant interception. Still goalless at the moment.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Not the most accurate pass. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Serginho. That pass isn't the best. And he's had it nicked away.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone.
It's Neymar! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
That's just downright fabulous, both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Serginho.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And it's Zanetti.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Tar. It's a good spell of possession, this. And this is Ronaldo. And the whistle goes for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game.
That
And
CCTV
it's easier
is now
said
in
than done, as we
operation
know.
for your safety.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Van Dijk. Now Ruben Dias. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. Neymar. He's in a great position here. Milan can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Pass somewhat off target. Driving forward. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ruben Dias. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pull it. And that's another good win of the ball. So we've reached the hour mark. Zanetti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Serginho picks it up out wide. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic driving on and making good progress. Ibrahimovic. Zanetti. Ruben Dias. He shifted it to the flank. And it's Van Dijk. Now Pirlo. That has been slung wide. And this is Hullet. Well read, and the danger is averted. Chance here to counter. Tar takes control of it, and he's on the move. And it's Serginho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Pele. Well timed, excellent interception. He's given the time to pick a pass. And this is Pele. Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ronaldo looks to get on the end of this. Pele, Messi, tries a measured ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Serginho. Cross in.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Serginho. Oh, that's neat. Pull it.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And he's surging through. Pull it. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Pele. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice-looking ball. He's in plenty of space here.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Final
Number
checks
10,
on the touchline. A
Messi.
change about to
Number
occur.
7, Neymar. Number 27,
And it's Rijkaard.
Serginho. Coming on the field, number 14.
Now it's Pele.
Mbappe. Number 22.
Oh, well played.
Isco.
Oh, shooting
Number
chance!
9, Kukçu.
He's
There will be
missed,
1
but
minute
not by
at
that
a
far.
time.
Isco is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And that will be it. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it tries from distance. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Nedved with the short one. Milan are looking to go forward now. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Rummenigge. Ibrahimovic. Best. And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! It's hit the uprights. That's a throw. Ibrahimovic is herring after that one. And it's Hullet. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Terrific header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Now it's Messi. Pirlo's, surely now! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Messi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Cristiano Ronaldo! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Opts for safety. Quarter of an hour played. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
He's shifting through the gear. Chance! And it's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Just the goalkeeper's chance, surely! He scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Now that's well seen too. Hullet. Thuram makes the interception. Best. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Zanetti. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi receives it in a wide position. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. No foul, says the referee. Nicely weighted ball. He's on it, can he get away? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Has a look and plays it forward. Serginho. And it's Hullet. Tries to play it through. Early ball out from the back. Kaká. Best! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi. Maldini. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Keeper's got good distance on that. Not the most accurate pass.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Nedved. And it's Kaká. And we hit half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Signore e signori, attenzione, il papà del bambino che indossa un marsupio nero e blu contatti subito il più vicino membro dello staff.
Here we go again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Pirlo. Tar. To Messi. Well, that has not gone well. Nedved in acres of space out wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is... Can he finish? It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Best. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Pirlo. Messi. And it's Hullet. And it's Serginho. Serginho charging forward down that flank. Nedved. Nedved conjures time and space where few can.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
28.599
spettatori.
And Zanetti. Toure gets over and intercepts. Thuram. Yaya Toure. Rummenigge. He won't be happy with that one. Forlan. It's Forlan! Turns and goes back. And this is Forlan.
Forlan really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pirlo. It's a really well-measured ball. Yaya Toure. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Kaka. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aimed beyond the defence. Serginho. Oh, good-looking ball. Zanetti. And it's Zanetti. Pirlo. Van Dijk. And he's had it nicked away. Nedved. And it's Maldini. It's a good run down the left-hand side. That's Nedved. Best!
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Ibrahimovic. Messi. Zanetti. And he goes cross-field. Thuram. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Forlan. Cracking ball. And that is that. Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection.
It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. It's a good run down the right. Rijkaard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pull it. And it's Pirlo. Antonetti. Now here's... Oh, what a climb! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Rijkaard. And he's in on goal. Pull it. And here's Vinicius Junior. This might spot Vinicius Junior! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kubo with the short one. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Now it's Son Heung-min, and he shoots! Italy have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rijkaard. Nice control. He's had it taken off him. Cafu made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Serginho goes on a charge down the left. Great vision. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
That has been cut short. Serginho. Lovely feet. Pull it. Oh, good take in a good area. Hangs what? Big header! Goal! Milan! Certain, searing and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Ha segnato al 24esimo minuto, numero 7.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great vision. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That could charge, surely! Pirlo standing over it.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
Bergomi. That is a brilliant interception. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Zanetti. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Has a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. It's a searching pass. Now it's Barol. And that has left him in a heap. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's through here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. To get them off and running. 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. Tries a shot! Oh, it's hit the post. He can get that clear. Ibrahimovic is firing after that one. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's intervened well there. Messi. And it's Serginho. Nice sequence of passes, this. Cristiano Ronaldo. Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Pirlo with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Searching pass he's played there. Ronaldo is onto it in a flash. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! Cleared without complication. And now they can spring out of defence. Now he's got space here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Caught offside that time. Pirlo.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And here's Del Piero. Played back in. And Del Piero! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Pirlo is always looking to break lines. Serginho, and they've switched it over to the other side. He's being urged to shoot. Serginho's cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
No way through. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Hullet. Great chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Van Dijk. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. Here we go again then. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. Oh, can he get onto this? Zanetti. Pirlo. Distributed tidily. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Goes looking wide. And back to the keeper they go. Abbiati, the great organiser of defence. Great defending, strong and determined. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Spread out to the left. And this is Hullet. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's a great ball here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Might be... Oh, shooting chance! Vieira. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Del Piero. Good running, strong and purposeful. Ruben Dias deals with that comfortably. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And this is Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Baron. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Pull it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Ronaldo.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Nicely weighted ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Del Piero. Back into the middle. Good ball, good chance for a shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Cristiano Ronaldo cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Messi. Veron did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vieira. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, this is a decent chance!
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. He has found the way through. And it's Vieira. Vieira! Should have equalised.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
So, third corner of the game. Deep cross. And he's taking no chances there. Milan are looking to go forward now. And that is a little undercooked. Can he get it through? He's having a shot! No mistake! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has... Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. Milan looking to pass their way through. Pirlo.
Ci sarà un minuto
Messi.
di recupero.
Looking to play him in. And Hullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And it's been taken short. And here's Pirlo. Oh, he's played it in low. And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Hullet picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon.
We have already started here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and...
Oh, he's been caught, and again! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And they've switched it over to the other side. Now it's Gullit.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. That's a half-decent try.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Messi, he's gone for goal! And now they can sprint. There's the shot! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Musiala. And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Oh, strongly challenged there. Barella. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's been played... Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Ronaldo. He's looking wide. Barella. Messi. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Pass somewhat off target. Rodri. And it's Musiala. Mbappe! And he's straight offside. Barella, and that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Messi. Out to the left it goes, and that's been drilled in. Can he finish? And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Arsenal are doing very nice. Decent chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Neymar, he's tried one! No, not quite.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Pirlo. And it's Zanetti. Tar. It's Hullet. Ruben Dias. It's a pretty loose pass. So what can they make of this? Nicely spread. That is good alertness. No way through there. Skims. He's had a shot! Messi! From another planet! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're at it again in double quick time. How very smart. He just got it right.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. Neymar,
3 minuti di recupero.
just about within shooting range. Serginho. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Musiala. Fires it in low. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile consumare alcolici solo nelle apposite aree. Grazie.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. And here's Mbappe. Ruben Dias does really well to win the ball there. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. That has ended up in no man's land. And this is Messi. Barella. Oh, that's fabulous. And the finish! Corner number 2 then. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Shot at goal! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Pull it. Barella gets a foot in here. And it's Neymar. That's an imaginative pass. And he's picked it up out wide. He's having a go! Oh, it rattles the bar! And that comes to nothing.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
And they win it back again. Now it's Messi. That's not just the goalkeeper to beat. Chance! Sticks it away! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Arsenal are having a ball here. De Ligt clears. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Now it's Neymar. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Almost an hour gone. Neymar. Oh, that's ambitious. And that has faded wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Now it's Olise. Messi. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Van Dijk cuts it out. Ibrahimovic is sharing after that one. Ah, he's given it away. Tries to pass it through. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo crosses. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Serginho. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Barella. De Ligt. And here's Olise. Played out wide. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And a chance! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Arsenal really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Rodri, nice bit of trickery. Aims beyond the defence. And he's in on goal. Shoots! Brought out the best in the keeper.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Milan have their second corner now. Played out to the left flank. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Robertson. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Serginho. Serginho's cross. Well, what's he giving here? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Pirlo is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box, they just need a good delivery.
Numero 15, numero 20, Pirlo. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18, il numero 19.
And this is Messi. Swings it, he rises! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Milan have their third corner. Spread out to the left. And it's Messi. Incoming, terrific header! And he's spooned it over the bar. Has a look up and drives it forward.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Olise takes aim and crosses.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Park Ji-sung. No, he's overshot the green. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Now, the ball's gone astray. Engages and forces him off the ball. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung's cross. Puyol getting this one clear. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Rui Costa. And that's a dangerous ball. It's a threat. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Knocks it out wide. Zanetti crosses. Casillas claims it without any fuss. And there goes the final whistle. Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Selamat, starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
And a chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's tidy. Skims one in. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
Beckham! Beckham! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Beckham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Beckham to take it as usual.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
Chance for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He'll try to keep this alive. Milan are looking to go forward now. Beckham gets over and intercepts. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's an imaginative pass. Milan looking to pass their way through. Roberto Baggio. And it's Neymar. Beckham. Now he's got space here.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
And the pass is intercepted. Cafu. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Knocks it into space. And it's Baggio. So it's Baggio! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Roberto Baggio can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Pirlo is always looking to break lines. That is a brilliant interception. Cafu. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Bale. Pullet does well to get it back. Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pullet. Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he cuts out the supply. Quick look. Chance! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And it's Baggio. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Cristiano Ronaldo, a player who needs no introduction. Zanetti. Defending was strong and firm. Roberto Baggio. And here's Bale. Neymar tries to play it. Oh, shooting chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
It's their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
This is Roberto Baggio. Great chance! Well, now here's a chance! Pull it. And this is Ronaldo. Played into the middle. Keeper has taken decisive action. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Hello everybody, and
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Climbs up big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
And it's Messi. Pirlo. That's been cut out, well played. And it's with the keeper. Abbiati, the type of keeper who instills great confidence in his back line. Great vision. And he's managed to get free. He can get that clear. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's well spotted. Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Batistuta! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Cerezo Osaka are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he plays one through. Bullish header! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! A finish right from the top draw! And they're back in front! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
He rises! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Saliba attempts a clearance. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bale. Bale. Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Zanetti. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pull it. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. How smart was that? Such a delicate finish.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just...
And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And that's aimed into the middle. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Bale. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Baggio crosses. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's going up front in a hurry. Just 5 minutes left. Cafu. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pullet, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking to play him in.
There will be 3 minutes at a
Zanetti
time.
has created one goal already. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oh, super ball! He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Batistuta. Steaming shoots! And that is the last effort of the game. Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
And we'd
Pullet
like to
claiming the
inform you
man
now
of the
that
match
the-
award.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And he's intervened well there. Ronaldo chasing after it, and it's Ibrahimovic. Osimhen. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thinks about the shot. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proved...
And he shoots! They've scored! First blood drawn.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Ruben Dias. Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, it's Ibrahimovic! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that's been... And a chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Looking for the run. Oh, played right into his path. And the keeper beats it away. Doku running with the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That has been cut short. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pull it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Played towards the front line. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. He's a sharp little ball here. Osimhen. Pull it. Now it's Mbappe. That has not gone well. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Messi. And the shot's on here. Ibrahimovic! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And claimed it back swiftly.
Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well read, nice interception.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pirlo is the team's great visionary. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And the counter is on. And he cuts out the supply. Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a little off target. Pull it. And it's Pirlo. Can he get on the end of this? And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Pull it. Crossed in early. Cleared away. Crossed in once more. Terrific header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Played out wide. Hakimi. Mbappe powering forward here. Now that's well seen too. Knocks it out wide. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he was quick to react. Great vision. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, can he get onto this? Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? Messi receives it in a wide position. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. So we've reached the hour mark. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Swung over. Vinicius Junior. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great feel of the ball. Zanetti. Stood up well to him there. Looking to play him in. Gives it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Over to the other side. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Serginho. He's found a way through. Cross into the box. Hakimi can get it clear. That'll be a throw.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 6, Mbappe. Number 18.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Coming
Now
on
it's
the
Pull
field,
it.
Number
That's an
8.
excellent interception.
Rafinha. Number
Milan
97,
really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Goes for the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And that has left him in a heap. It's their second corner of the game. Pirlo plays it short. In by Messi. And that should get the job done. What a throw in. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Messi. Vinicius Junior. Nicely weighted ball. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That has ended up in no man's land. And that's been won straight back. Cristiano. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Should have equalised.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And here's Hullet. And it's made its way to him. Here comes the cross. Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Hakimi. Threads one in. Good ball, good take.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And that is as far as it goes. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
To all members of the crowd,
Your
I'd
final
like
thoughts,
to ask
Jim?
you to
Well,
join
the way
me
the
in